Everyone says avoid CCR. It's too expensive. Developers rushing in. But today, I want to analyze this properly. Because when you zoom out and compare CCR against OCR and RCR supply, the narrative becomes more nuanced. Hi, I'm Sarah, a scientist turned router. I create real estate content backed by data to help you make informed decisions for your own property journey. If you like what I share with you, please feel free to hit the subscribe button and follow along for more. For 30 years, the advice was simple. Buy the suburbs. Decentralization was the only game in play. But while everyone was looking at Jurong and Woodlands, the government quietly flipped the scripts. Today, we're seeing a massive clustering of new launches in the city core. Is the CCR oversupplied, or are we witnessing the most intentional repositioning of prime Singapore in our history? Let's look at the data that most buyers are ignoring. Decentralization isn't a future plan anymore. It's been happening for the past 20 to 30 years. It's mature. Nearly half of our office stock is already out of the CBD. It's moved to Jurong, to Woodlands, to Tampines. But the funny thing happens when you move all the offices out of the city. It becomes a ghost town at 6 p.m. There's nobody on the streets. And the URA doesn't want that. Their new mission? Re-urbanization. They aren't just moving people out. They're actually moving living back in. So let's bust the CCR oversupply myth. Yes, we might have Aurea, Newport residences, W residences, One Marina Gardens. Everything seems to be crowding around the city centre, all the River Valley launches as well, from River Greens, River Modern. But look at the total pipeline. The OCR is actually seeing almost 2.5 times the volume of the CCR, and the RCR is seeing double. So why does the CCR feel oversupplied? Because all these new launches in the CCR region are loud. They're more visible. They're more expensive. The price per square foot is higher, and they are more heavily marketed and clustered in the River Valley and Marina South area. But in pure volume, the CCR is actually the minority. It's the most supply-starved region in the 2026 outlook. So here's where policy comes into play. The CBD incentive scheme is part of the URA Central Area Strategy, where they pay developers a bonus floor area to convert old offices into residential homes. And it introduces more mixed-use developments, more residential in the CBD, add in 10,000 new homes at Marina South and 6,000 in the Pearls Hill. And recently, we saw the news that there's going to be a 60-story high BTO in Pearls Hill Terrace for the first time. So you see the plan. The central area is now repositioned as a 24/7 lifestyle hub, not just a 9-to-5 cubicle farm, you may ask. So is it risky? Short term, yes. Prices can be high and look high and expensive to enter into. But structurally, capital is clustering here because the government is anchoring the value. Property cycles are typically 3 to 7 years, but urban planning direction is 20 to 30 years. So the better question is not about how expensive is it to buy now. The question is, are we being early in the structural repositioning of prime Singapore? CCR isn't for everyone, but when I analyze the supply distribution, policy direction, and capital flow together, I don't see randomness. And that's what long-term investors are looking for. So if you're a long-term investor, don't follow the hype, follow the policy. If you found this breakdown useful, subscribe for more. I focus on data, policy, and positioning, not just hype.